Hi, welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself. We are on episode 13. So this is a stand-up comedy and lifestyle podcast I host here out of my apartment. I'm David Bakker. We talk to comedians that are in the South Carolina or greater Southeast area. My guest today is Donovan Stroud. He's one of my good new friends in the Columbia, South Carolina comedy scene. Donovan's great. He's a mailman. He's the host of the Go Postal podcast. And most importantly, he's hilarious. He's an awesome dude. We had a great conversation. We went all over the place in this conversation, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not even going to tease anything, but it was a blast, and you don't want to miss it. Before we get into the interview, here's what's going on in local comedy in South Carolina. We have our usual open mics tonight, starting with Coffee Underground at 7 o'clock, hosted by Craig Holcomb, No Expectations Comedy. Again, 7 o'clock, no cover. After that, All Jokes Aside, hosted by Dante Anderson at the Habiba Mediterranean Restaurant. That starts at 8 o'clock, also no cover. On Tuesday, Doolittle's in Anderson. This is hosted by Robin Scott. That mic starts at 7 o'clock. There's going to be no cover. And we have this week's headliner is Tom Emmons, who's great. You don't want to miss that show. Also on Tuesday, we're going to do the rooftop open mic at my place, weather permitting. That's going to be at 9 o'clock. So hopefully comics, if you want to do both mics, you'll have time to do that. The Doolittle's at 7 and then the open mic here on the rooftop at 9 o'clock. This Wednesday, 8 p.m. at the Radio Room, we have our open mic hosted by Adam Schulte. No cover there. Thursday at the Comedy Zone, there's a celebrity comic in town, so there's no Jokes Out Loud show this week. So we'll skip to Friday. This Friday, we have the Liberty Joke Show, hosted by Tom Emmons. And this week, our headliner is John Feltz. That starts at 8 o'clock. The cover is $10. If you're a comedian, there's a clean open mic before that. So if you want to do 5 minutes and all clean material, I encourage you all to try that. I went last Friday, and it was a great time. So I highly encourage the comedians to do that. And then also Friday night, the South Bend Winery, Brandon Rainwater is headlining. The South Bend Winery in Greenwood, South Carolina. So that's at 7:30, and the cover there is $15. So, and we'll also have a couple of comedians there. I'll be there performing, as well as Jalen Orr and Chris Diorio. So that's the Friday show. And also our guest, Donovan Stroud, has a show this Friday at 8:30 at the Sandbar in Irmo, South Carolina. I think I pronounced that right. All right. Lots of shows this week, but that's it for local comedy. Here's the interview. Hope you enjoy it. All right. Welcome back. I did this instead of killing myself. Donovan Stroud. Don't Go Postal. What's up, man?
What's up, David?
So we're at Donovan's house here in Columbia, South Carolina, or Irmo, wherever. He's graciously let me come to his home. Thanks for having me, dude.
Dude, it's been something I've been looking forward to all day.
All day.
Really, I've been excited.
Yeah. So, Donovan has his own podcast, and I don't know how we started DMing each other, but one of us slid into the other's DMs. I don't know if you slid into mine or I slid into yours.
It was mutual.
Mutual?
Yeah, it was a mutual slide. I think it was at the same exact time.
It's a weird thing because I overthink sliding into a girl's DMs and how do you do that? But we had a little back and forth.
I'm not having to deal with that problem right now, you know?
Yeah.
I can slide into my girl's DMs anytime.
You're super domestic. We're in his home, and very this is a neighborhood, very suburban, very adult, very mature.
Did you see the kids playing when you came in? We have kids that play in the neighborhood.
You have other you don't have kids, do you?
No. They're neighborhood kids. They live around the neighborhood, and they they'll just be wandering the streets.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't, but I text and drive, so
you might have hit one of them.
I could have.
If only, dude. I wish you'd hit one of those kids.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Going on. Holy fuck, man! I'm a guy, and I keep up with this. I promise.
You don't know? Your wife's in the other room.
No,
dude.
I definitely know, and it's coming to me. 3 years.
3 years. Okay. Domestic bliss.
3 years. 5 years.
5? Is it 5?
It's 5.
Okay.
It's 5, I believe.
How's marriage?
Man, it's wonderful. It's absolutely amazing. Like, love.
Is it really? You're not giving me a line
kidding,
here?
dude. Like, having somebody that loves you. Because, I mean, like, that's the whole thing behind marriage, right? It's not in the olden days when it's like you get assigned somebody. Now it's like you choose to marry someone because you love them. And it's fucking amazing. Because, dude, I went through sliding in girls' DMs and doing all that. And it's like, that road for me was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And
it's rough out there, bro.
Dude, having somebody that you can count on, like, and then in turn, because I had her to like count on, she made me someone that other people and she can count on. Because like I was not.
She made you a better man.
She domesticated me. Yeah. Like
you ever see As Good as It Gets?
What is that?
It's Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. He says, "You make me want to be a better man."
Okay.
Girls love that crap. That's a really romantic line in the movie.
Yeah, then he goes home and fucking cusses out the Uber driver.
Yeah. Well, it was before Uber.
Jack Nicholson, yeah. He's old.
He's old as shit. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. So she made a man out of you?
100%, man. I didn't know the first thing about, you name it, financing, saving up money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know about being loyal whatsoever. and she was like, that's part of the deal.
You're a wild man?
Like, she's like, that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
And
you can't hook up with other women? That's part of it.
It's like, that's what this was. I thought this relationship would be. No, that's not the thing. No. Yeah, man, I would definitely advocate for marriage.
I like to ask that question, man, because I'm thick of single life for sure. So you're an inspiration. And
you are 2 years older than my brother. My stepbrother is 2 years 9 months older than me, and you were born in 1988 because I looked at your.
What the fuck? You're stalking me?
No, I looked at your vaccine identification at the comedy show. This past, just because like I wanted to see his, just curiosity. I could have looked at mine, but I didn't have it.
Have you been vaccinated yet?
No. See, that's the thing though. It's just like
I kind of regret it now. I don't know. All this crap's coming out.
Dude, don't say that, man. You did it, man. You're part of the people that care about the United States and getting everyone safe from a virus that barely killed anybody.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people did die, and family members, and you probably lost someone. And you're like, look at this asshole, and they're not wrong. I am an asshole.
Yeah, me too.
No, you're not, dude. You're a sweetheart, man.
No, dude, I am a dick.
No,
truly, but
you don't show people. You're like a closet dick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm a closeted a-hole. I don't know. No, people really know. I can be a dick.
I imagine the more I would get to know you, like the more I would see like when you don't want to entertain someone.
Yeah. Like when I'm just over it.
Yeah.
And just write somebody off and just like blow them off.
Right.
Have those days, man. It happens.
You have those people too where you just don't want to entertain them. Don't want to spare your words.
Yeah. It's hard. Are you introverted or extroverted?
Extroverted as fuck.
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm introverted. So whenever I'm out, like I'll fake it. Like I don't get energy out of being in front of people.
Oh, I
get it out of like going to a cave and napping for hours.
I'll get a high from it and just like not be able to sleep because I'll go do the monthly sandbar every third Friday of the month here in Irmo. Next one, July 16th. You can come out.
Tell he's a podcaster. He sneaks in those promos. It's perfect. I don't promote anything on here.
But just like I'll do the show and then afterwards come home and I'm like so energized. I have to play video games. I play a lot of video games too. So I would say I'm like introverted in the sense that I can just sit there and play video games for, my day off Friday, I got up at 8 a.m., started playing Skyrim.
Okay.
And I did a build that's on YouTube where this guy has like played the game for thousands of hours.
What did you do? A build?
Yeah, a build.
I don't know what this is. I don't know anything about
Skyrim.
gaming.
It's like Game of Thrones on a video game, and you can be whatever you want. You can be someone who's like a tank with a shield and a mace, and build up their health and stuff. And so you're building them into this tanky character. Or you can do a mage where you're building up their magicka, which is the bar that is used for the magic.
The magicka?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
It sounds okay. This sounds like the dirtiest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, like let's just be real creative here about what we're gonna call the blue bar that we use magic for. Gee, guys, I don't know. Magicka?
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, "Do it." But yeah, it's like it was a build on YouTube, and this guy has figured out where to go to get everything. It's this huge map. And he knows where to go to get all this stuff, how to level your character up. And so I made a battle mage. So someone who's good at just like one-handed with a mace attack and can also channel like lightning. He has really good lightning skills. Okay. And doing this build, the way that he like grinds and he's doing it on legendary difficulty, it took me all day. Okay. Like I played from 8 a.m. to probably my wife had to go out of town, so I had the whole night once she was gone, and so I played from 8 a.m. until 2 a.m.
Dude, I don't know how
2, 3 a.m.
Wait, so is that an introvert activity for you then, or are you like on the headset talking to other people, talking about your magic?
I'm just sitting here by myself. Okay. Just fucking nerding it up. Okay. And just. Sorry, the dogs.
That's fine.
We keep them kenneled when people are over.
Like between the fights?
Right. Fucking. They are pit
It's
bulls.
good to supplement your income for any comedian who's like,
man.
Dog fight.
That's so wrong.
See, I'm an a-hole.
No, you're not an a-hole for that. You're just making a joke, man.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't really like
advocate dogfighting.
Advocate or even believe that I would do dogfighting.
No, I don't.
But they are pit bulls. 2 pit bulls and 1 Australian Shepherd lab mix. Okay. And I don't know if we finished what we were talking about earlier before we go into this.
Oh yeah, what were we talking about? You being introverted with video games, extroverted with.
I mean, I would say video games. I mean, there are extroverted people that play it because you can like go on Call of Duty and have like a community of people. Yeah. But like
talk about pwning people.
Like there are introverted people that can even like do that though, so, because it's still like you're not there with the person. Yeah. You know, like they're not in the room beside you. Like this is obviously.
So it doesn't tire you out by being in that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure you're gonna be exhausted after this, right?
Oh yeah, I'm already exhausted, dude. I'm ready to.
That's actually just me.
No, I'm just kidding. No, this is great, man. So yeah, dude, I love your comedy, Donovan. We did a show last week at in Columbia, and when you like had your set prepared, I was asking like, oh, what are you gonna do tonight? And you're like, man, I'm gonna do a bunch of jokes that I just tell in a while. I don't really like them anymore. And I was like, well, whatever. And then you got up there and murdered for how many minutes? You like 8 minutes?
8 minutes, dude. And 40 seconds, probably like 8 minutes 20, because Doug was up there in the first part of the video.
Okay, yeah, I was. It's Donovan's a treat if you get out and see him. But
dude, thank you so much, man. It's like
they're quick hitting, short. I mean, would you describe them as kind of one liners, but they're stories as well? Because you talk a lot about your day job as a mailman.
I think that I've definitely taken into consideration like what the professionals are doing as far as like jokes per minute and like trying to get a bunch of jokes in. And you know, I'm not hating on that. I'm fine that I've done that because like sure there are some like avenues of material that I could go for that would make people have to listen a little bit
longer
before the punchline.
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't had a punchline worthy of that yet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's why I think I'm sticking right now with just like the quick stuff, because like, sure, I'm coming up with punchlines, but it's not really something that I think a 2, 3, 4 minute buildup would be that would make it worth it.
Yeah, you are you're empathetic to the audience, and you have a respect for stand-up. I like that a lot, dude, and I feel like I go back and it's painful to watch videos, and I'm only a year in, but like I go back and watch joke premises that I was trying, and I'm just like, dude, where is it? Where's the meat on this? I'm like, I was an idiot. Like I feel bad. I feel like I want to go back and apologize to the audiences.
You just want to kill yourself.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, so I started this crap. But yeah, then I'm more partial to like what the professionals are. Like you were saying, like I go back and watch like Tonight Show sets where like there's no fat at all. It's like, punchlines.
And that I think that's the best way right now. It's like somebody like, because on your topics that you sent, it's just like favorite comic. Patrice O'Neal is my favorite, for sure.
Yeah,
and him and Mitch Hedberg, I would say. Mitch Hedberg, obviously with the one-liners and just being charismatic, goofy.
Yeah,
and
you kind of have a Hedberg like energy. Less subdued, like you're more animated than he was, but like your delivery, your tone of voice.
You think I'm more animated than him?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like Hedberg would like kind of be looking down, and he'd have glasses on. I see more of your face and your expressions. That's what I mean. And I'm not a huge Hedberg. Like I haven't watched all of his stuff, so I may have my take on Hedberg wrong a little, but
okay. I would. So you haven't seen like a lot of his stuff?
I mean, I've seen clips, but I'm not like a junkie where I've seen everything. To where that's
go
just
on
my
Pandora
initial.
On your way home tonight.
Do
you have Pandora?
Yeah.
I bought the $5 a month. I got the VIP shit.
Oh, dude,
I'm balling on Pandora.
Rolling in it.
No advertisements, and just do Mitch Hedberg radio.
Okay.
And
how much material would you say he has, like over his?
Probably,
career?
If you put it all, like refined it, and I mean, I would say probably 8-9 specials worth, and I'm sure that
9 hours.
I would say
those one-liners.
I mean, like there's stuff that never got released, obviously. Like, he's been writing his fucking whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's. I mean, I doubt an infant's just out of womb, just like give me a pen.
Yeah.
But. See, and that's stupid, and that's so stupid, that joke I made. But like Mitch Hedberg, he fucking perfected that, man. It's just like these stupid fucking things.
Wait, is that a Hedberg joke?
No. It's just like it's just a dumb thought. It's like a baby wouldn't come out of the womb with a pen like, let me write something. 'Cause one, he's not talking. Two, that's not how a baby sounds.
I heard that Adam Sandler, what you just said. Yeah.
Adam Sandler, great comedian.
Yeah, dude, I love Adam Sandler.
I saw you on Michael Garrick's Popping Culture talking about his
100% fresh special.
Where phone wallet keys, was that the same one?
Phone wallet keys.
And then he had, dude, I got such a like goosebumps, like just hair on the back of my neck standing up watching him perform to this just like huge amphitheater.
Yeah.
It was a point where it was like doing the transitions of like him doing this in the club. And then, and then it led to like him doing it in the amphitheater, the same stuff.
It was the same act, just cut up different venues.
And dude, I'm getting hair on the back of my neck standing up thinking about it right now, dude. Euphoric is what it is. You're probably not getting that feeling because you've been vaccinated. It's been taken away from you.
Yeah, I'm dulled, everything. I'm sterile.
You don't get hair on the back of your neck standing up anymore.
Mark Normand. That's a Mark Normand.
Yeah.
How did he token that? Like, I'm gay. Like he token saying I'm gay.
Dude, he pops up a lot on Mitch Hedberg radio.
Does he?
He's
you like
one
him,
of the
you
fucking
like that.
best, man.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Adam Sandler though. Did you finish? Like I totally agree.
I finished. Like I came when he said the whole one about the train hero.
So I jumped to my seat, and I don't want to try and do it, but I crack it up so much.
That's a great one.
Adam Sandler. I don't know what I'm. And then
100% fresh. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Shout it
yeah.
out. Shout out Adam Sandler when he retweets this video.
We're trying to half-ass do his bit.
Dude, what if you retweeted this video? It's like you upload this as a clip. He's like, man, let's help these guys out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's my Adam Sandler impression.
Have you ever had any celebrity comics retweet your podcast or reshare anything?
No, I am up to 10 followers on Twitter with Don't Go Postal podcast.
Don't Go Postal.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, it's got to be. I've only listened to a couple of your episodes so far. Have you come out with one recently?
Woody Weaver was the one that I've uploaded recently. And
okay.
He's a fantastic new comic, man. He's
intense, man. He does political stuff.
Dude, he's all about that political stuff. And
his
I love
Instagram account is Clanbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Which is why he's friends with me. He's just waiting for like the information to come out that like
I
went to a Klan ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that one actress lady that went to the Klan ball.
Oh yeah. That's the Bachelorette chick.
Not from Bachelorette. No.
Oh, I thought she went to like a debutante ball that was like at a plantation.
She did, but I'm talking about Kimmy Schmidt, the actress.
Oh, she went to a real Klan meeting?
Apparently.
Oh.
Not from the Bachelorette. Although if she was the Bachelorette.
Would you ever go to a Klan meeting just to see like what it's
I mean David,
do they make any good points or
I don't like racist in my house. No, just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
I would never be able to live here. So, I mean, we've been jumping here. I'll let you host and take over where you want to, man. This is your show. I
want to talk more about the Clinton. I'm just kidding. No,
we just double down.
let's unpack this.
Right?
No.
Like, why did this pop in your head?
Yeah. No, because you said you had Woody Weaver on. Oh, that's great. I need to get to know him better. I know he's a Columbia comic.
Yeah, Clanbuster, man.
He's got a really unique voice. He talks. He's got a higher pitched voice and delivery.
That's a really euphemistic way of saying he sounds like a bitch.
No.
I'm just kidding, Woody.
You need a hook. My voice is boring. I don't, it's whatever.
No, I love Woody, man. He does have a very high pitched voice. Somebody that listens to my podcast doesn't. They didn't watch the video. It's not video for all of them. Mm-hmm. But they listened and they were like, "Who's that woman you had on?" I'm like, that's Woody. He's but Woody was the most recent one that I've uploaded, and recently, like before the Sandbar show, recorded at the Sandbar with
Anderson,
Doug Allen.
Oh, dude, yeah,
with Doug Allen,
love Doug.
True Stories and Isabella Carrazzo.
Okay,
so we had 2 mics and shared it. Real orgy like.
That sounds awesome.
Sharing the mics.
I want to check that episode out.
Yeah, I don't have the video. I won't get into why I don't have the video because I'm not going to do that. But I do have the audio, and I do plan to upload it soon.
Yeah.
And
the comics you're mentioning are all over the state, so that's cool. Like how we're starting to network a little bit and get to know, because I love the Charleston comics. Like Isabella, she's amazing. Doug,
right?
I'd like to have both of them on at some point.
There's some killers out there in Charleston, man.
Mm-hmm.
You look out.
Yeah, really fun.
And I will just shout out. Also, did one with Sauce Got Jokes. On the way to Charlotte. Charleston. Sorry.
Did the audio turn out okay?
I haven't listened. That's another thing. It's just like you say that you hate like watching your old stand-up videos.
Yeah.
I can't really. It takes a lot for me to like go back and listen to one of my podcasts. Because
of the quality, or because of the conversation, like any of it?
A lot of like self-hatred. All right, so I do have a story I want to tell you.
Tell me, yeah.
It's very serious. The one time that like I really thought about killing myself.
Okay, for real.
This is for real. And,
okay.
It's the one time that like I think about is like that was the one time where I was like really, really, really contemplating it.
Yep.
And it was because I was playing video games too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not happy that I was spending my day off playing video games. And so
you went right from that to suicide?
Well, I took the chair away from the TV that I was sitting in the man cave. I had like a chair sitting in front of the TV. I was like, if I move this chair, I'm not going to play the games. That's how this works. It's just like as soon as this chair is gone,
right?
I can't turn it back on and play.
Yeah.
Turns out I can just turn the PlayStation back on and move the chair back over, and then I started playing again. And so I immediately got mad. I was like, fuck, man, I thought if I moved this chair that I would not play video games, and I'm so mad at myself. And so I freak out, and I go to like do some pull-ups. I figure that'll like not make me angry. I do some pull-ups, and I'm like, God, I'm just tired now. I go lay down, and I had just got done. Had something done with my teeth, and they prescribed me Oxycontin. And
oh shit!
I was like, I could just take those and go to sleep, man. And that was like the most like real suicide.
Wait, you were gonna OD on those and then go to sleep?
Yeah. Like that was the most like real thought I've had of it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, that escalated pretty quick.
But like, I decided against it because like, you know, like the pills is just like such a pussy way, you know. My grandma decided to go out that way.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my grandma. I called her Nana.
Because I'm gonna laugh. Okay.
My Nana. Yeah, she decided to go out by pills.
Okay.
And she went out May 5th, 2005. 555. And you know, there was a time where my grandpa, he thought that, you know, it wasn't suicide. She just took too many pills. And then that time passed after about a week when he went to the bank and tried to get her security code for her, like, you know, information. And they were like, it's you know, 55050505. And he's like, no, that's when she died. Like, that's not her security code. And they're like, no, she's had this for years.
So she was planning it?
Oh, yeah.
What was the significance of those numbers?
I looked it up online and sent it to my mom because, like, obviously my mom had a difficult time. I looked it up online. 555. I'll look it up right now. You can.
That reminds me of. I have a lighthearted connection to 050505, but it's a line in The Office. Michael's in trouble for throwing a party unnecessarily, and he's like, "Jan, it was the 050505 party. It happens once every billion years."
So the vibration of angel number 555 is all about taking action and just go for it, is what chakratoya.com says. And that's what I sent my mom because, like, that's cool. You know, it's just like taking one thing that's absolutely fucking horrible in her life and saying, you know, just go for it. And that could mean suicide. You know, just go for it. Some people out there, it's just like...
Is this all true? Are you screwing with me?
Oh, no. My grandma 100% committed suicide. And,
oh, my God.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't think I ever saw her. I was young. You know, I was 13 years old. Because I was born in 92.
Yeah.
You were 17, about to be legal.
And I was 17?
Right? Because you're in 88? Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of my stepbrother.
I was 4 in 92.
No, in 2005, you would have been 22.
No,
19.
I graduated in 2007, so I must have been 17.
Yeah, I was right
16.
on the math there.
16, 17. Yeah.
If you were 88 and then 2005.
Yeah.
17.
16, 17.
Okay, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm getting up there, but yeah, dude. Okay, so.
What do you want to talk about now?
No, I don't. I don't know. I feel bad because that story's so awful, but you seem to be.
I mean, yeah, I've passed, like, you know, my papa died too. The guy, my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So he found out, you know, the thing, and he died fantastically. Like, he died riding his Harley.
Really?
Riding into the sunset, literally. So he was 6'4", probably about 320 pounds.
Yeah.
And he had an at-home nurse that was pretty pissed that she had to be there because she's like, if you're riding your fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. Do you really need a nurse?
Right.
Yeah.
And so she dipped out. And then like a week later, his like new friends, he had only been riding a motorcycle for probably like 2 years, very new. I have a Harley too. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
No.
you fucking nerd. Didn't even see the Harley.
I didn't know. I just walked in here.
I don't even have it covered, so I'm the nerd for not covering my motorcycle. There are people very mad about that in the Harley community. Cover the bike, man. Take care of it.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah. He was new to riding, and he had like a group of guys that were, riding with him and stuff, and they had him at the back. If you're a noob, you got to be at the back of the. I don't think
there's like a packing order of Harley.
There is. He wouldn't be at the very back because you want someone to make sure that everybody's in the group together. So there would be someone more matured at the very back. So I think he was one ahead.
Okay.
And
is that like how wolves go? Like, is there the leader of the pack, and then there's like.
I mean,
there's some kind of animal that's like that, where like the back of the pack, they actually have some people that are.
I mean, not just wolves. I mean, like if you're doing like infiltrating, like as far as like military breach and infiltrate type stuff, that's how you want to have it. Is just like making sure
they have tip of the spear guys at the front, and then they have.
And then you make sure
veterans
that
at the
everyone's
back.
in.
Okay.
Because you're sealing it off.
Right. Okay, so he was not quite at the very back, and then what happened?
It was they had actually gone to Myrtle Beach without him, which was like a 3-hour ride. They didn't think he could cut it, and he found out and was pissed. So he rode down there by himself, made it, met up with them at McDonald's because they just were sitting there just chilling, eating.
Yeah.
I don't know how in this window of time frame. He must have hit them up, texting them like, "Hey, I'm about to be there," or some shit. Like stopped at a gas station, something. And they were waiting for him at McDonald's. He meets up with them. They're like, "Wow, we can't believe you made it. We didn't think you would." And then they decided to let him ride on the way home. And it was a turn where the sun was in front of him, and he was doing a turn, and there was like a field. So in front was a field, and he just kept going straight and crashed into the field and was dead on crash, And they don't know if it was a heart attack while he was on the bike or just decided, fuck it. I'm a suicide too into the sunset. Why am I fucking laughing about that?
You're pretty well.
Nah, he would want me to be laughing about it and not be upset, man. He's just that type of guy, man.
Yeah,
like,
he had a full life. And
awesome guy. Absolutely awesome guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
How would you want to go out if you could pick?
Riding off into the sunset. Man.
Same way as your grandpa?
No, with my wife, man, for sure. I would want to be with her.
Yeah.
Like, without a doubt. Like, I would want that, her to not be separate. You know what I mean? Like, during that moment. Like, I would want her there. It's just like, for her to at least be able to be like, I was there for when it happened. I don't want her to be like, I was at work or I was doing this, doing that, or, Yeah. And same. Like, I want to be with her, like stabbing her.
So if you were like.
Going postal, just.
I'm going, you're going. So if you were on the Titanic with Leo and Kate or whatever her name is.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, you had it, man.
Yeah, Kate Winslet. You would want her in the water with you.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's so much hate regarding like how she could have saved him.
Yeah.
But she would have definitely, like, my wife's such a selfless person. Whereas most of the time when I like make a decision, it's based out of my ego, and I have to fight against like that first decision.
Sure.
Because
me too.
I'm very selfish. Like, I can just grab a Gatorade for myself and then later be like, David, did you want a Gatorade?
Yeah.
And that would have been the initial thought, but instead I was just like, David, do you want a Gatorade or anything to drink?
Yeah.
But really, I wanted a drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'm the same way. I have to like train myself to do that. My default is not to think about other people. It's really bad.
I mean, it's also got its benefits. I would say there are moments in life where you need to think for yourself. You need to act for yourself. You need to be competent. And I think with the more ego types comes a definitely a can-do attitude.
Yeah.
And like a hands-on. I'm definitely more of like a hands-on advocate. And
how does ego come into play with your stand-up?
I love the attention.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you ever find like you have to wrestle with it to make sure the ego doesn't bleed into like...
No, I don't. I don't get too into detail about that. If something arises, a situation arises where like I said something and this happened because of it, and I figure to myself like, oh shit, the reason I said this is because of my selfishness or ego, then I'll deal with the problem. But then like if I don't like dwell on it before anything happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another topic you had,
which
I'm just gonna host.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Is but it fits perfectly into the scene of like the transition of us talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is the best advice I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And it was when I was delivering the mail that I got this advice. It was this guy that does landscaping at this like rich neighborhood that I delivered to. His name's Wit. As in like, you know, literally like wit.
Yeah.
And he's from Jamaica.
And
he's always smiling. Every time I see him, he's smiling.
Okay.
And I was not doing well. I have depression, take medication for it, and that's one thing I like to talk about on Don't Go Postal, because like I believe in fucking breaking stigma behind that stuff, even though like I definitely am a judger of that myself. It's just like,
you think some people aren't actually...
Well, I think to myself, it's just like, wow, I need medication to be okay. Like, what's wrong with me? So like I talk about it because I want to... I'll get into that in a second, but like his advice was, because he's always smiling. I was like, why are you always smiling, man? Like, how are you always smiling? And and he said, I look at where I'm going and I take it day by day.
Okay. So
you look at where you're going. So for you, that would be comedy. I'm sure you want to do that more than your other job. So you look at where you're going and you take it day by day. And it's like, some days I won't make the flyer for the next comedy show, and I beat myself up for it, but you take it day by day.
Yeah.
And dude, that's like, I feel like the key to life, man, is just like not beating yourself up or beating on other people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if somebody else, whatever.
That's jam-packed advice right there, and I think it is really profound, because you look at where you're going. That implies you have a goal or an aim or something. You kind of have to have that. I've done a lot of psychological self-evaluation of stuff, and positive emotion is related to goal attainment.
Positive what?
Positive emotion.
Okay.
And I swear I talk about Jordan Peterson too much on this thing, but
I love Jordan Peterson. I absolutely love him, man.
Yeah, I love him too, man. And I just feel bad I reference him a lot, but you know, he has this mantra that kind of stuck with me of no goal, no positive emotion. If you're rudderless, you're not going anywhere. It's hard. You're just kind of drowning in a sea of possibilities. So you have to kind of have something you're after. And then, but you don't just look at that. You break it down into micro steps of taking it day by day, which is the other part of what I thought he said.
And this is the beautiful thing I think about like just thinking in general is like you're allowed to disagree with something and still just continue on. So like right then what you said is just like I would disagree with Jordan Peterson as far as just like the wording of drowning in possibilities. Like because I get motivated at the thought of infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Like I was beating myself up earlier today about like how I'm not writing how I should be. Just working while like delivering the mail. I'm like, God, I need to like I'm still just like not writing as much as I should.
Yeah.
And then I had a bit idea and it was absolutely nutty.
Yeah.
Just completely silly goose.
Yeah.
Just like so stupid, silly, and funny. And that's what I like. I like stupid, silly, funny, and simple.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, there is that piece of advice is kind of a baseline of psychological stability, which can be helpful for people who literally don't have a job, have a hard time even finding a reason to get up in the morning. Like make your bed kind of thing. Like set little goals.
What advice would you give for somebody that can't get up in the morning? Because I really can't.
It's not my advice, but make a list of things that are super easy to do. Those are little goals. Like I literally, like I have a job where I have to set my own schedule, and it's very hard to stay motivated. Sometimes I'm tempted to sleep in, and sometimes I do sleep in. But I literally have a to-do list. The first thing on the list is wake up. Literally. As long as I woke up, I did something. And then you can actually check it off. And psychologically, just putting the pen on that little paper gets you going. And then make your bed, brush your teeth, take a shower, clean your room. I mean, little things. And then all of a sudden, you're more likely to do the next thing. And it helps with procrastination to me. But in terms of infinite possibilities, I agree when you talk about creativity, that's really exciting. You're like out there just trying to find stuff, and I think that's absolutely necessary. That's another level up of, like, to me, psychological thinking, like, because if you're a creative person but you're like a lawyer and you're doing your list making and you have everything on paper, you would still be miserable. If you're creative, you'd still be miserable. Because you wouldn't be in that sea of possibilities creating.
Right, because like even if you're confined to the way that the criminal justice system is and the way that prosecuting and defending are, I'm sure that there are new ways in multiple court cases every day that happen.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think there are, but I've kind of tried that too with sales. Like, I can be creative through my sales. There's other things I can do. None of that really had the payoff until I found stand-up, which was truly creative from nothing, you know?
Yeah.
I think for somebody who's creative but in a job like that, they do need something else. You can try and trick yourself, like, I'll be creative through this, but to me, like, you have to have something, like a hobby. Because I've been freaking miserable with sales.
I'm really going to ask this question because I think it's hilarious. But you ever like look at the technology and like new things that are getting invented and you're like, man, there's just like so many new ways I could kill myself?
No.
Because Sylvia Plath, the poet, she was obsessed with killing herself. Would talk about her poet friends all the time about killing herself. And they would talk about it just like because they were suicidal too, but they thought it was more about like conversation until Sylvia was like, "I'm gonna do it," you know, and she puts her head in a gas oven, and because of that, they had to like not because of her doing it and her being like a famous like poet. A bunch of other people did it after her. They were like, "Oh shit, this is like a really easy, painless way to kill yourself." And so a bunch of people did it after her. And so they had to get rid of gas oven, like the gas oven things.
Dude, yeah. I do not think, I haven't thought about that, like the new ways you could do it.
Because think about like all the cat's coming. The cat's going to be in the podcast. This is my cat, Nala, if she comes in.
Hi, Nala.
But what's it called, man? The new like fuck dolls that they're doing now. I'm sure like one of those.
Like the ones that are in China? Or
oh no, she's gonna mess with that. I hope she doesn't knock it over.
She's checking out the tripod.
I wonder if she purrs and like the video picks up on it, or is it this audio?
It's this audio, so we won't hear it.
Okay.
But we'll see how sturdy that new tripod is.
Dude,
it should be fine.
Is that a pickup line that you do? Like, let me fucking show you a sturdy tripod.
I got this new tripod.
Like, hey, I'm in stand-up. I record myself. You want to fucking see this?
Real sturdy.
It's just sturdy tripod.
It works like 70% of the time.
I do like doing that kind of stuff on stage. Is just like, because I like tension, and obviously with there's like sexual tension. It's like because I can like do a hip thrust on stage and boom, sexual tension.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it towards anybody.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm married. I don't want to do it towards anybody. But just like that motion, you know, like it's already, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I heard that's like a laughter trigger is relieving tension, creating it and then releasing it in a way that's satisfying.
So like you can create.
Sexual.
Do you have bits about like suicide?
No. Well, I have one that's like about the conversation being so dull you want to kill yourself.
Okay.
But not really about suicide.
Because like that's a tensor.
Yeah.
Like that's a real tensor. It's like, oh shit, these guys are talking about suicide.
Yeah. Or like abortion.
Abortion.
Bring that up.
Yeah, that's a tensor.
9/11.
Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah.
That's a tensor.
Yeah.
That gets people angry.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
But that's also like a tensor.
It is, for sure.
You know, there was a comedian that supposedly got killed for that. Joy something. She said it on a video. I'm big into looking into conspiracies, man.
Yeah.
I really there's no benefit to knowing them other than ending a conversation. That's a new joke I have. It's just like
So you end it with Epstein didn't kill himself, or
well, it's just like
the world's flat.
Once you say that, it's like Michelle Obama's a man. I said it again. You're gonna get banned from YouTube.
Yeah.
Are you putting these on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get banned from YouTube.
Dude, I doubt it. They canvassed the whole hour-long interview.
Yeah.
For Michelle Obama is a man in that order.
Yes. And the vaccine stuff. You're getting put on a list with having me on your podcast.
Well, I sure hope that gets some clicks.
But
that'd be fun.
Dude, that's why
That'd be good.
Alex Jones is so entertaining.
Yeah, I like Alex Jones.
I like Alex Jones too, man.
It's very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
But
But like
the frog's gay.
the fucking the pandemic, it helped me create my podcast. I never would have done it.
Did you start it during the pandemic?
Yeah, I was
nice.
just like finally something a reason,
Yeah.
to get me started.
Yep.
And I worked still through the pandemic,
Mhm.
like working at the post office.
Mm-hmm.
We never stopped.
You threw away all the ballots, right?
Yeah. Threw them all away. I can't say that. Like, I can't say that's
You threw away all the Biden ballots?
Yeah.
No, wait, all the Trump ballots.
No, all of them. Biden, Trump, any stupid fuck that's going for the libertarians.
Dude, I'm sorry. That's a joke. I hope I didn't.
No,
I can cut that out.
I burn. Don't cut anything.
I
dude.
just told a joke,
Don't
but I
fucking
I
cut
freaking love
anything. There's nothing being cut from this podcast, and this whole thing's going through because that's what I believe in.
that. Yeah, big free speech guy. Well, dude, I wanted to ask you, I never asked you this.
Don't say I'm a big free speech guy because like that automatically is
You're Joe
right
Rogan.
wing now, and that pisses me off. It's just like right and left is only meant to divide us.
Yeah.
There's only
I agree.
people and what you believe in,
Uh-huh.
and what you want to fight for, because there's always people that want to fight for something, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Dude, fight for something.
Free speech should not be right wing. It used to be left wing. It used to be associated more with. I think it's just a good thing. But what I was gonna say was, how long have you been doing stand up?
April of this past 2021 was my third year.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I only stopped for 3 months in the
Mhm.
pandemic. As soon as there was an open mic back, I was just like, fuck yeah.
Okay, so 3 years. So you've been married for longer than that. So what drove you to do stand up for the first time?
Well, she was, I believe, I don't know if we had gotten married by then. No, we've been married 3 years, not 5.
Okay.
This is 2018. We started dating in 2016.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's right. I'm right. I'm correct now on that. But she took me to an open mic, man.
She took you.
Did
Did she do stand up?
No. She took me to just watch it. And
Did she have in mind that she wanted you to do it, or was it just something fun you guys did as a date?
she took me to an improv class. It was like an improv meetup. You know the Meetup app?
Yeah, of course.
Well, there was this thing where this guy, Jack Mala, shout out Jack, and he tried stand up, and I had been telling him to try it, and he did great his first time.
Mm-hmm.
But he did like a thing on Meetup where he has improv, and just anybody that wants to come can do it, and it's fucking fun as shit.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed myself so much that she was like, you'll probably enjoy this comedy open mic. And she wasn't wrong, because as soon as we got there and saw people go up, I wanted to go up. I wanted to do it immediately.
And you did? Did you go up that night?
And she was like, you should probably write something down. and I wrote something down and went back next week, man.
Oh, so you didn't go up that night?
Nah,
that was probably smart.
I mean,
your wife tell you that.
Plus, like, you had to sign up the day before there for that mic.
Where was it?
New Brooklyn Tavern.
Oh, okay, right here. Yeah.
They have an open mic tonight. We could do both, probably.
Yeah.
See if they could get us on at both.
Yeah. How's New Brooklyn Tavern?
They have some crowds. Just right there by. They just put up a bunch of apartments,
mm-hmm.
and right there by the school, kind of.
Nice.
Right in the Vista area.
Okay.
Super rich white folk. Gentrification up in that bitch.
Oh yeah. All about that.
All about that
gentrification.
Klan gentrification.
Yeah,
dude.
It's a cleanse.
Dude, they should,
I'm just kidding.
I just thought about it. They should spell it with a K. Critical race theory. They should spell it with a K.
Really? Why?
Because it's racist as fuck.
I think critical race theory is racist too, but it's
so
weird
racist.
to spell it with a K because
go ahead.
It's left people that say it, and they think everybody is in the KKK. That's why.
It's
that's
so
white,
amazing
so it's
to
weird
me. And I really do. Like, we don't even have to talk about that because I really do think that people are starting to feel that.
Yeah, I think it's nonsense. Unfortunately, the people that push it, even though it is nonsense, they use it to garner power and stuff. They'll use it to push people around, and I hate that. I feel like people need to kind of push back on it. But as soon as you push back on it, that's like they say you're racist. So it's a tricky little
it's like
trap.
That's why I said like we don't even have to talk about it. It's because like on any side, it's just like if you're wanting to have power over anyone, it's wrong. Like that's how slavery happens. That's how trafficking happens. That's how prisons happen.
Mm-hmm.
And look at prisons, dude. Prisons have been built up by the policies, politics,
mm-hmm.
The privatization of prisons is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
Where it's based off of money, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's just like money is, I mean, it's evil. It's evil. It should be like a barter trading system.
I have thoughts about this. I don't think money's evil in and of itself. I think it's become very perverted because of central governments. Because money as a medium of exchange emerged. I studied economics, so I nerd out about all this crap. Sorry,
no, please do. I want to learn.
But
I signed the 24% interest on that bike out there. Absolutely horrible.
Great deal. 24% interest.
Yeah.
I gotta refi that one. But yeah, money is nothing. Money to me is a benign thing. It's like anything. It's like it's a store of value, and it emerged naturally from the barter system. And the story that I know, is that mic connected? Okay.
I'm making sure because I was messing with it earlier.
Oh, I think it's still picking you up. But anyway, money emerged just because, and this is a really simplified version, but like a couple of people in some village were trading one day, and like, if you're a barber, how do you get eggs? By giving people haircuts or something. Like, how do you get something you need? All I do is haircuts. Well, maybe if I go to the farmer, more people need eggs more frequently than they need haircuts. So maybe I give that guy a haircut, I get a bunch of eggs. And then I start storing eggs because that's more saleable than haircuts. And then what's more saleable than eggs? And it just eventually got down to precious metal because it was hard to copy.
Okay.
It was you could verify that it was legitimate. It tied to a store of value, and it just allowed transactions to happen more easily.
Dude.
But when
never would have had hookers.
Yeah. Yeah. Hookers hooking for haircuts.
I mean, yeah, they just used to. Yeah, that would be the trade.
I guess.
Actually, we would have had hookers even without money. What's wrong with me? We had hookers even before money.
Yeah,
that's like the oldest profession.
Yeah,
other than lumberjacks.
Yeah, I guess because everybody needs sex.
Yeah,
apparently. But
unless you're
money.
Varys.
What's that?
Varys from Lord of the Rings. Don't need sex if you're him.
Oh, I don't know that guy.
You don't watch Game of Thrones?
Lord of the Rings, I do. Game of Thrones, no.
Okay. Well, let's just imagine Frodo if he had no genitalia.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Imagine Samwise, because he looks more like Samwise.
I gotcha.
And this will be a great clip because
He's kind of
everybody
a beta.
else will understand the reference.
Okay. Yeah. Samwise.
Yes.
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin's like a Lord Varys Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick, the money thing. So basically, money is a pretty reliable store of value, but then when they started to change it into paper money, it was just like a note that said, I have money in this vault.
Right.
And it's a claim on that money, and then you can start trading that. And then it was still tied to gold. And then when that got detached, then it just became governments could print their own money and use it to regulate the economy, or not regulate the economy, but smooth out business cycles, and then,
bail your friends out.
Yeah, or get just have a more favorable economy so you get reelected, things like that. So it's been very corrupted, and then now we're just printing money, which is really immoral, I think, because the dollars you earn make less as more gets into circulation. So I think money has been perverted, and yeah.
And then the whole taxes thing.
What about that?
Taxes suck, man.
Taxes, I think, are immoral too. Taxation's theft, I think.
Oh, man.
I don't want to pay taxes.
It's like if you pay enough taxes and become a millionaire and then become a billionaire, then you don't have to pay taxes anymore.
Yeah, well, the tax system's already super progressive because it has to be to fund all the reckless government spending. The government's wasting money.
You were talking to the wrong person. I graduated high school with barely a 2.0 GPA.
Okay.
And went to community college.
Smart.
And dropped out.
Okay.
So I'm listening to you. It's okay. So like,
I'm just saying the government wastes money and then taxes the crap out of you.
Okay, and I will keep. We can keep talking about this stuff. So think about what you want to say next. But I will say like that I've had moments where, like this one time I went to Hunter Gatherer Brewery, shout out in Columbia, to try and like get a stand-up show started. And I was talking to like the bartender, and then like somebody overheard me, and they were like, hey, like I'm with some people that like want to start events and like charities for like water and like having like clean water and like and doing stuff for like homeless people.
Nice. Yeah.
And they were like, we're having like a meeting right now. Like I hear what you're talking about with like the comedy, and like I think you could do that with like some of the festivals we want to do. And so she invited me to their table, and I'm like sitting here with people that like are smart as shit. Like one guy had like Harry Potter glasses, looked like what's that actor's name? Stanley Tucci. Okay. Stanley Tucci looks like a smart guy, you know? You know,
I don't know who that is. I know Daniel Radcliffe is the Harry Potter guy. Right. Is that his name?
Yeah, you're right. But they're just like smart people, and I'm sitting there holding a conversation and like doing well with them.
Nice.
And dude, I've never like such like a. And I think it's due to comedy.
Yeah.
Because like I never would have been able to do that.
So you just roll with it, ask questions, and.
Right. Being able to keep up a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're just like, God, I want this to be over.
No, I don't.
I'm kidding.
No, the econ stuff, I fake it, dude. I forgot a lot of crap. The econ we studied is Austrian economics. It's very simple, man. Not a lot of math involved. It's just a lot about human behavior and exchange and stuff like that. So it's not. It's more like papers.
Wasn't there a Nazi camp in Austria?
Yeah, a lot of the Austrian economists had to flee because of Hitler.
Right.
They were.
So they know about numbers.
I think was Mises Jewish? Ludwig von Mises is like the head of the Austrian School of Economics. A lot of them predicted World War II or something like it happening.
I'm one of those people. I predict there's going to be some sort of evaporation of a something.
Yeah.
Like
some grand conflict coming soon, you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've said it before, and I sound crazy. I'm fully aware.
It's not crazy.
Well,
I don't disagree with you.
This is what sounds crazy. Okay, so after I dropped out of community college, I couldn't afford to live in this party town anymore. 'Cause the community college is right next to East Carolina University, and that's a big party school, known for partying.
Okay.
Everybody that partied at East Carolina University and then dropped out would go to that community college. But I couldn't afford to live there anymore, so I go back to my hometown, and I'm living with my stepbrother, who I've mentioned, and my stepdad, who was his father. And I lived there for a year doing nothing. I was unemployed. I played video games on my laptop for a year. Like you say, like playing for a full day, you couldn't imagine that. Imagine a full day every day
for a year. Okay.
Well, during that year, I had a dream.
Okay.
And it was some sort of apocalyptic scenario. I don't remember exactly what. And I remember coming out of that dream, having experienced it, because like that's how I feel about my dreams.
It was like a vision?
Well, not a vision per se, as much as I feel like I literally experienced that thing happening.
Yeah.
Like I have nightmares. I don't know if how you're gonna react to this. Nightmares of cheating on my wife, and I hate the like seeing how she would react to that, and like I feel like once I wake up that I really experienced that shit.
Do you think that's cheating?
No, dude, come on.
I used to think that.
No.
I used to think that, dude. If I don't know I'm dreaming and I did it, I'm like, I gotta come clean. I gotta confess to my
because
girlfriend.
it's like unless you're lucid dreaming, you have no control of the moment. And I've had a lucid dreams, but
I'm just kidding. It's not cheating.
No, I've heard that shit before too. That's why I'm passing it off. It's just like fucking.
All right. So go ahead. So you had this apocalyptic dream.
Yeah, and I remember like because that's how I feel about my dreams. Is like I feel like I experienced just like the coming up to that moment, like the build up. And then that moment happens, and then like the repercussions afterwards. Yeah. Like I feel like I experience the whole thing. When I dream. Yeah. And I came out of this dream wanting to build a bunker. And
yes.
I fucking told my stepdad, told my stepbrother, I was like, we gotta build a bunker. And they're like, calm down now. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for the story. I don't know.
There have been a lot of people in my life that have said things like that. Like over the last year, like we got to pick a spot. Which of our friends in the group could we farm on? Who has the most like guns?
But then again, it's like
if shit really hit the fan.
But then again, I also believe in adaptation. I really believe that people can adapt to anything and overcome anything. I believe that. I believe that without a doubt, and I believe humans at the core will decide against being evil because like Jordan Peterson says, everyone has the capability of being evil and good. I think that was Friedrich Nietzsche actually.
Dude. Yeah. We should talk about Nietzsche.
But what's it called? It's just like I believe that people will decide to do the good thing. It's just like people may not realize that they're making the decisions based off their ego or their selfishness at first, and then like they have a portion of their life where they do that, but then like I feel like things happen and then you adapt and overcome, and then maybe you overcome making that selfish decisions. And so there's something I'm getting to with this. I promise I'm going to get to the point. Man.
Well, I think that good hopefully wins in the end. That is a really powerful point about you could have malevolence, like bad intent. Like that's something that's uniquely human. Like when a lion eats an antelope or something, he's not doing it to be mean. He's not doing it because he hates the antelope. He's doing it because that's what a lion's programmed to do.
Right.
A human being, like I could stab you because I hated you, because I hated who you were, not because I wanted you for any other, not because I needed to eat another human, or like human beings could do that. Like that's why like, the study of Nazi Germany is so fascinating. Or like the atrocities of the 20th century. Or like you saw the ugly side, and it was just ordinary people that had that capability in their heart.
Ordinary Men. Did you read
Ordinary
that?
Men. I haven't read it yet. I know the book. I need to read it. The guys were Nazi guards.
That's a good one. It's mostly numbers, really, and graphic detail. I would say like you could skip past Ordinary Men. one that's good that I would highly recommend that's based off of World War II is, and it's also in the present time because it's got like a scenario playing out with these people that like the granddaughter and then like the grandmother in World War II. So it's got two timelines, but it's called The Things We Cannot Say, and I got goosebumps just saying it right now. Absolutely incredible book.
Okay. Is it about some kind of totalitarian thing and these people trying to?
It's about these
like a
these
dystopian.
Jewish, like the grandmother's Jewish and she's having to flee from Poland.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's looking back at World War II.
And then the grandmother is having something happen in like I think it was like 2010 something like that. And then like the mother, it's got like a really cool part about like it's the granddaughter. Sorry.
Okay.
There's like the grandmother who's like the World War II time.
So it tells that story, and then it tells the present.
And then it tells the present.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the present, her granddaughter has like a kid with, I think Down syndrome or autism, something on the spectrum, and her complications with that, and then like her complications of. It's really good. Absolutely incredible book, called "The Things We Cannot Say."
Okay.
So I do want to get into this point real quick. It's
go
just
ahead.
It's just like to believe that there will be some sort of apocalyptic scenario. I do think you can decide against that. It's just like I don't want to believe that. I think that, like I said, it's just like humans are good and loving and caring. And sure, we have some really fucking bad people like Hitler.
Yeah.
But I think things happen that can change the course of time.
Yeah.
Like if the art critic wouldn't have been such a stingy asshole,
maybe
Hitler would have been in the art. But then there's the whole conspiracy side that I love. I love the conspiracy side about how like Hitler went to Argentina and never really fucking killed himself in the bunker.
Yeah.
And there were Nazi scientists that joined NASA. You don't see the correlation there, you liberal dumb fucks. These fucking liberals, they're like, save the post office while wearing a NASA t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's just like, we're a government corporation that sucks at their job and gets bailed out constantly, hires a dude like Louis DeJoy. He's not bad, man. Everybody hates on Louis DeJoy. He's not bad. I like the guy. And it makes sense that the liberals are trying to get rid of the joy in life. The joy is the last guy's name, the postmaster.
No, I get it. I get it.
Liberals.
Yeah, man.
That's all you see on the post office Twitter. Is just people saying
Save
get
the
rid
post
of
office?
is saying get rid of the joy.
Okay.
And they don't see how they're trying to get rid of the joy.
Okay.
Fucking A, man. Like the guy, the system is built to fail.
Yeah.
Not the post office. I mean, the post office. Don't get me started on that. I'm rambling here, dude. Stop me right now.
Well, I was just gonna say if the bad parts are true about how bad a human could be, then the opposite could also be true, like how good a human could be.
And you see it. And you see it. There's the cat. She's made her appearance.
Hello, Nala, right?
Nala.
Hi, Nala.
We call her Nala Impala.
Do cats do that when they want attention, when they kind of want a little love?
Well, we have the door to our cat litter shut, so she's probably just looking for a place to shit.
Oh. Well, good shit on the keys. I kind of like cats. I used to be way more of a dog guy, but I kind of like how cats take time to get to know you. They don't, like Robert De Niro said that in Meet the Parents. He's like, they're not an emotionally shallow
animal. Is that all
animal.
you are, dude? Is this
movie
fucking
quotes?
Movie reference?
Yeah, I don't have any real personality. I'm like, yeah, I'm a robot.
Just fucking kill yourself, dude.
Okay, Newman.
Huh?
Newman.
What the fuck is that?
Postman. Yeah, did you watch Seinfeld?
No.
Yeah, see? Yeah,
I don't
it's
watch.
it's all I could do. It's all I could do.
Is the camera even getting you? Did you get in the camera? Are you in the camera?
No, it's just ISO cam on you. This isn't even a podcast. I just am gonna
Okay. This is your fucking manifesto.
Yeah.
Dude, don't kill yourself, man.
I'm not, dude. Did you ask me to do this because you thought I was actually? You're concerned.
You named it. So I liked.
Don't kill yourself.
Right, but I liked one of your shit on Instagram, and my wife. I don't know. I guess. Can you still see like what somebody likes?
I think so.
Yeah. So she saw that I liked something, but I did this instead of killing myself, and she knows that I have like a history of depression. She's like, "Are you okay? Like I saw you liked this thing," and I'm like, "That's a podcast. Like, fucking dumb bitch. You fucking get back in the kitchen."
Yeah.
She's
like in the other room, like wondering if this is all okay.
Dude, she's gonna come out here to see our dead bodies.
Yeah, group suicide. Yeah.
Oh man.
But I mean, don't go postal. You're kind of an allusion to mass murder.
Right. And that's like
podcast name.
Definitely like a play on staying sane, because like I said, it started in the pandemic. So
hell yeah, dude.
Staying sane and stuff like that. And
similar play to mine. Like that was a play on sanity. It was like, and also trying to be self-deprecating. It's based on a Louis C.K. joke. He's crapping on this woman who has
you are this fucking
dude. Oh my gosh!
I name dropped him. I don't give a shit.
I wanted to
sorry.
ask you about this off camera, dude.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't. Hey,
I'm
my
not
stand-up
gonna say his
materials.
name again, but like if you're stealing jokes and you openly admit it, fucking kill yourself. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I do like him as a person, but like, don't be a comedian.
Yeah. No, that was an allusion to that thing, but I don't ever. I agree with your outlook on that. I never want to take material from anyone.
Stop.
Knowingly. Like.
Right, and that's the thing. Is just like if somebody tells you that, hey, this sounds similar to this, don't tell a joke anymore.
Right.
It's that simple. Like if it's similar in any sense, like unless it's like my unique experience.
Yeah.
Like and like I have some sort of like personal attachment and like hey dude, like this is my personal experience.
You can tell. It's like plagiarizing a paper.
Yeah.
Like it could be a similar topic, but it's totally different. Like if you truly wrote it.
Yeah.
Unless you, unintentionally remember something, but like you can tell the difference. I know what plagiarism is, or joke theft, stuff like that.
And I was definitely like a harbinger of like trying to be a fucking knight of the comedy scene, making sure there's nobody stealing jokes. If you can make a living stealing jokes, fucking do it, man. Carlos Mencia works for him, and he gets booked at professional fucking places that have chains. If you're a comedy place with chains, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like book me for your show, but like what are you doing? Like don't do a chain. Don't do a chain. Call the other one something different. You know what I mean? Don't be a chain comedy place.
Like,
be one.
Yeah.
Like don't do something. Like if you're gonna, you can have like one or two. Like I would say one or two, because the Comedy Store, they have La Jolla.
Okay.
They have one in La Jolla.
You think they all should? So you think they could be affiliated with each other, but just change the names to the different venues? Yeah.
Right. Like
I agree, man. That's like dude. Comedy's not McDonald's.
Fucking yes, dude.
That's a great point.
Because then you just have nothing but Carlos Mencias.
And it'll make it better. Like if it's a chain, then it's like it diminishes. Like this isn't the real one. The real one's here. Like
right. And I'm just, that's one of the things that I go postal over. It's just like
this really grinds my gears.
Yeah. That's the only reason I thought of this is because like you said earlier, is just like not going postal, staying sane.
Yeah.
And like I definitely had anger issues growing up.
Yeah.
Punching walls was a big thing for me.
Okay.
That white rage that I have inside of me, that critical race theory teaches.
Right.
That we all white people have inside of us.
That you need to apologize for.
Right. It's fucking bullshit. And if you want to fight me for it, I'm sure you won't, because I can't fight either. I've lost every fight. Every fight I've ever been in, I've lost.
I've never really been in a fight.
Never?
Mm-hmm. Well, I punched a buddy of mine when I was drunk once, and wasn't really a fight. But I had so much bottled up frustration and anger over years, and it just came out. But
Did you want to wrap this thing up?
Oh, I don't drink anymore. We can, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt like that. It's just my dogs haven't been out.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're pushing 8 o'clock, so we got to get to that money.
Yeah, that's another thing, too.
Yeah. Do you have time for one more question?
Of course.
What's your biggest regret in life?
Not trying harder in school. I thought about this before you got here.
Yeah.
Not trying harder in school, man. That definitely set me down the path that I'm on now, and I'm not mad about it, but like I can imagine a path where that would have benefited. It's just like definitely should have tried harder. It's not that hard to do homework. For those kids, if there's any kids listening out here now, you're like being rebellious, listening to podcasts that have cuss words, and just try hard in school. Homework, it's fucking, you don't have to go anywhere for it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. It's just like you don't have to go anywhere for homework. Like,
it's kind of brutal, but kids are like competing with other kids as soon as they're in grade school. Because you start to fall behind or start to like, it's like you're competing in a way, you know?
And it's
healthy. Hard on a kid to know.
That's healthy. I do think competing is healthy.
I think it is too.
But yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't even try that hard. I didn't have any kind of I eliminated all the I like exited from all the competition because like I went to a private school and I did well there. I was trying real hard in the private school, and then not for reasons not my anything I could do with. I had to leave there. But one decision I really did have something to do with. I went from there was like a health side of the high school that was like very. I had good grades then because I was focused because it was mostly women in there too. And then I switched because I didn't want to try that hard the next year to the engineering side of the school, which was very lax, welding class, not doing shit.
Yeah, you blow off drafting and stuff like that.
And so I purposefully like didn't try harder.
You went away, you took path of least resistance kind of deal.
Yeah. So that's one thing.
I got it. Good deal. One more. You tell me the joke, that mafia joke.
All right, so this is my impression of, and I'll burn this joke because I'm not going to tell these.
You
jokes.
don't have to tell it, dude.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't plan on telling this shit. Like I want to have new material, fucking every year. George Carlin,
Louis.
Yeah, there you go. That's your favorite.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Okay.
This is my impression of someone in the mafia that loves to go scuba diving. I'm going to go swimming with the fishes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course.
That's good. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on, Donovan. Wait, before you go, I think you dropped the podcast name a couple times, but other stuff, social media.
Don't Go Postal podcast and the Who Dem. If you type in YouTube, Who Dem DEM /DPS. And you'll find me, Sauce, and Pudgy.
Word.
Our podcast. Yeah. We had to change the name up. Find me on Instagram and at Donovan Stroud Comedy. If you type in DONOVAN, Donovan, and then STROU, it should pop up.
Nice. All right, dude. It was fun.
Dude, this is a blast, man.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for having me in your home. I want to do your podcast if you'll ever have me.
Of course, man.
You're like, yeah, no, I don't think so.
What? You're too down on yourself, aren't you? What are you? Is that like a deprecating joke you just did there?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Because you're saying that like I wouldn't have you?
No, I think you would.
Okay, because I would.
All right.
And I'm not being sarcastic about it.
All right.
Fucking.
All right, let's end this shit.
Yeah. Peace out, man.
See you next time, guys.